Hi, I'm Vinay Guradi and I'm a software engineer at Oracle. So here I have developed a Shopify development store with a simple product. So the business use case here is location based pricing. In many stores, the final delivered price changes depending on where the customer is located because shipping cost, local handling or regional pricing can be different. So instead of waiting until checked out, this demo lets the customer enter the zip code directly on the product page and immediately sees the applicable price. So here I'll enter the pin code 75028 and I could see the price without even page refresh. It's showing $1,499 for this zip code. Along with that, I just want to verify for 10001 and I can see $1,699 for this pin code, and I can also check for 90210, which is $799 for this pin code. So for from a customer point of view, the experience is very simple. Enter the zip code and click on button and get the local price instantly without page refresh. So from the merchant point of view, this is very useful because it reduces the confusion before checked out and can support the regional pricing, delivery estimates or location based offers. So I'll just show the code, the main logic where it actually routes from. So this is the actual flow of the architecture. So customer browses this zip code and goes to recommendation of our app proxy. So it's nothing but the zip pricing with the price to goes to the proxy price with using same CORS, and Shopify appends that signed HMSA signature, and we go to the pricing backend with Node.js or Express.js in the backend for us. We have middleware, and that is routing to route for the API layer, that is going to the pricing engine to normalize and validate the zip and extracting the zip match and doing the prefix fallback. It goes to the rules data for rule hard coded values and maps the dollars pricing for the zip code, and goes to the assets for reading the product value for variant from the page, and you'll get the fetch value from here. So if you can see, I can just show you how it is routing through you development UI level. So when I click on the price, so you could see that the values, you can see that the zip code is been sent and product ID is been sent and variant ID for the product has been sent, and you can see that the values, you can preview of the values what you're sending and the response what you're getting. So you get the price and the formatted price you want in dollars and the zone and the estimated delivery days and the matched rule. So this is the exact response format. So let me walk through the main logic of the code so you could understand more better in the flow. So as you can see, um, I just want to show this. So yeah, so this input and the button are coming from the Shopify theme app extension block. So that means the merchant can add it near the product price from the Shopify theme editor instead of editing them manually. And you could see that the uh, you can see here I'm passing the app URL, the product ID and the selected variant into the block. So these values are needed because the backend should know which product and variant the customer is checking. And then when I click on check price, the storefront sends that zip code, product ID and variant to the backend. So I could go to this and send that value. So here you can see that this is the front end logic where the request is built. It sends the values like zip of 10001 and product ID and the variant ID. So you can actually see that the API level as well. So on the backend I support two paths. The two paths, which is API path of price is also it is very useful for direct demo or local testing, and proxy for in the Shopify app proxy path, so which is better for production because the browser can call the Shopify domain and Shopify forwards the request to the backend. So we have the logic for backend routing, reading the zip and product information, then send it to the pricing engine. So we have pricing rules which is defined. If you can see, this is the pricing rules for which zip code, which is the price, and what is the zone, and what is estimated day. So all this been sending in the pricing rules. So these are directly hard coded. These are the three demo rules we have, and we have a pricing engine where we have written the logic. The pricing engine keeps the business logic separate from the API route. It validates the zip and finds the matching rule, formats the price, and returns the results. So right now it is intentional simple, but the structure is realistic. Tomorrow this hard-coded file could become a database table or Shopify metadata fields, and or ERP pricing API or a shopping zone rules configured by merchant. So using AI tools, I was able to bootstrap the Shopify extension, backend API, front-end JavaScript tests, and documentation quickly. So the coding part took almost like 2 to 3 hours, and the remaining effort is Shopify setup and creating a dev store and placing the app block, and configuring the backend URL, and recording the demo. So so the final result is a working Shopify zip based pricing demo with a real product page flow, three zip codes returning different prices, and the backend architecture that can actually grow into the memorized app. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.